Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here shooting you another video. And the topic today is how can I get quick cash from my injury case? And I mean right now. How can you do it? Okay, so there's two things you need to know as a generally before we talk about the two things, generally there's no such thing as quick cash from an injury case. It is a process, whether it's workers' comp or a car crash, a fall down, dog bite, bar fight, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, no matter what it is, these things tend to take time. But there's two things that you need to know about getting quick cash in your pocket after any kind of injury. The first one is lawsuit loans. Okay? You can literally, if you have a lawyer, contact a lawsuit loan company, apply for a loan. You apply for it, you give them basic information over the telephone, you give them your lawyer's info, then they send your lawyer anywhere from a 2 to 4 page, very detailed sheet that they want the lawyer to fill out. And then usually they call the lawyer and ask follow-up questions. Now, after that, it goes to their underwriting department and they make the underwriting decision. In other words, just like a bank that might lend you money for a car or a house, they make the decision. Your lawyer has nothing to do with the decision-making process. It's a loan company. If they like your case and they think they can make a profit, then they'll give you the loan. If they don't like your case, or they're not, there's not enough information yet, they're not going to give you the loan, or they'll give you a loan for less money. Okay? So that's how that works. And then usually the decision is pretty quick. It's usually within a day or two. They send you something to sign, they send me something to sign, and you get your check. Okay? Now, a word of caution, I don't recommend people take out lawsuit loans unless it's literally an emergency. I once had a lady tell me that her son's birthday was coming up and she promised to take him and his friends to Great America, and she didn't have enough money to do it. And I told her, listen, don't do it. And here's why. They charge you two, three, $400 to process the application. Not up front. You don't pay that up front, but they add it to loan. So on day one, when you take the loan, you owe them. Let's say you take out $1,000 loan, just so the math is easy. Day one, you owe $1,400. You only get 1,000 in your pocket, but you owe them 1,400 on day one. And the interest rates are anywhere from into the 30s into the 40s. So 40% interest, and they usually compound the interest. In other words, recalculate the interest and add it to the principal monthly instead of yearly. So that $1,400 can become $2,800 in a year like that. So if you have a case that ends up dragging on, and some of them do, about 90% of my cases settle within a year or two, some of them even faster than that, but we're based on my experience in the industry. I worked at several places, and before I started, we're way more efficient, way faster than other law firms. So we tend to get these things really done really fast. We process them fast, but we're at the mercy of the court. We're at the mercy of the insurance company. Sometimes you got to fight them, but I'm somewhere around 90% of my cases settle. So, and we settle them as fast as we can, because as far as I'm concerned, it's your money, right? So that's why taking out a lawsuit loan, it will get you quick cash, but just be aware of what you're getting involved in. You might not get as much as you wanted, and you might have a real problem down the line if that $1,000 becomes $5,000. Makes it hard to settle a tougher case where we're doing a compromise settlement, right? So what's the other thing you can do? Well, I have entire videos on this, but your case can never settle till you're done treating, until you're better, right? So sometimes I have people who call me and ask me why there's no offer on their case when they've been going into therapy for 2 weeks and they've still got another 6 weeks of therapy and they're still in pain. Well, we can't settle your case until your treatment is done. But once your treatment is done, we need to get all the medical bills and records in, prepare a demand letter and send it out to the insurance company. That's the process. So if you're done treating, that is like At the beginning of a race, they shoot that starter pistol where everybody takes off and runs. We can't even start running until your medical treatment is done. And then in my office, it's like a sprint. So the minute you're done treating, we order all the medical and we follow up on it aggressively, because the minute the medical comes in, we get a demand done and out to the insurance company, and we can't settle it without sending them all that stuff, which is what they're going to ask for if we don't send it. So um, just be aware of that. You can speed your case up by helping your lawyer get the medical records if there are medical providers who just aren't responding. Like, I just had a guy last week tell me that he wanted to try and get his case settled ASAP and that he's completely done treating. So I told him, okay. And he's like, I can just go get all the records for you. And I asked him, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, all of my doctors are right in my neighborhood. I'm like, okay, go get all your medical bills and all your medical records and bring them to my office, and we'll see if we can't settle your case. Well, to my surprise, he called me on a Wednesday, and on Friday he dropped off all of his medical bills and records. So that certainly speeds things up, because doctors and hospitals will give you your medical records way faster than they send them to me. When they get a request from a lawyer, it goes on the bottom of the pile. When they get a request with a client waiting in their waiting room, most doctors will, copy or burn the records on a disk immediately. So that's that. That gives you information on how to get quick cash on your injury case immediately, like right now. May not be the information you wanted, may be disappointing to you, but they say the wheels of justice turn slowly, and it's really true in injury cases. So if you know anyone who needs an injury lawyer, needs to have representation in a car crash, work injury, bar fight, dog fight, any kind of injury case, please send them my way. You can call me anytime, night or day, for free, completely free to talk to me at 312 500 4500. That's 312 500 4500. If you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I have two killer tools that people love to use. These tools are free. You can use them as many times as you want. You can share them with your friends, and there is no obligation. So what are the tools? One is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other tool is the Good Case Calculator. It tells you whether you might have a good case or whether you might have a case with some challenges. Both of these give you custom information based on your inputs. The cool thing is they're both free. Both of them take you 7 multiple choice questions to answer. Most people answer them in 10 seconds or less, and then you have custom information tailored to your situation, all without talking to a lawyer. Links in the description. Go check them out. People love those things. Getting used an awful lot, which is the whole point, right? Giving people the information they need. If you enjoy the video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. I usually do it twice a week. Sometimes I release more if there's a special request and I have time. And finally, if you enjoy the information or I've helped you out in any way, there's a way you can help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. Namely, that is by giving me a 5-star review on Google. That really helps me out. People look at those reviews when they're deciding who to hire for an injury case. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I'd really appreciate it. Link in the description. All you do is go to that web address, takes you right to the page, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. 5 to 10 seconds for you, invaluable favor to me that I truly, truly appreciate. So hope you and the family are well. And if there's anything I can do for you, please give me a call, 312 500 4500. Take care.